Shalom. Ka'al Halayim La Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who will and teach well over the hopeful elect. And the brothers, the house of David, the 1/3 that's tuning in, pushing this truth with all truth and sincerity. Shalom. Now, I was scrolling through the comments on this guy's YouTube channel, Austin Holyman. He's one of those passport bros, which nothing against them. They're actually technically what they're doing is smart, because the American woman is just the bottom barrel women on the planet Earth, no matter what ethnicity they are. They're all trash. Now let's read this comment. I'm gonna read the whole comment, and then I'm gonna read the comment that was left under that comment right here. All right, let's start. It's pretty lengthy, but hey, I gotta go through the whole thing because what he said was pure facts, and the second comment was semi-facts. So let's start it. I'm gonna read it verbatim, okay? Okay, let me address this. Those men in their country love their women and don't play. Oh, one more thing. This video, Austin Holyman is getting death threats by because he moved to Brazil because he liked Brazil. He liked the women. I guess he liked the country. He left. I think he was up in like Dallas, Texas. He left, went to Brazil, started learning Portuguese, so on and so forth. And some video went super viral, and then he just started getting attacked and getting death threats. This is hella death threats in this comment section in itself, in Portuguese, or I think it's Portuguese. Pretty sure it's Portuguese. Now let me finish the comment. Okay, let me address this. Those men in their country love their women and don't play. Mantra, that's in quotations marks that I just read. Mantra Western women keep saying like a record player that skips. I literally just watched a video of Brazilian women, darker skinned, expressing how their men don't want them compared to lighter skinned Brazilians. Facts. I've seen multiple Hispanic, Latina men that specifically women that talk about how they don't like dark, because of Esau Edom. Okay, they don't. They want the pale flesh because we're under the vibration of this goddamn devil. Black men, I've seen many uplifting the darker skinned Brazilians on her video, of course, because Jake, the so-called black man, so-called Hispanic man, so-called Native American man, they're not feeding as much into the BS as Esau. Okay, you see the dude who, which is a negative thing, but the dude who simps the most for black women is the black man, so-called black man. Okay, black men, I've seen many uplifting the darker skinned Brazilians on her video against poor treatment by her own race of men over there. I forgot the saying, but I think she was Mexican. She was an ex-Essecarite woman. They have like a term. I'm pretty sure if you're watching, if you're from Mexico, it's a term they have where it's a term everywhere in Central and South America, where it's like you breed with the lightest skinned person and you don't breed with the darker skinned person. You see what's coming down the pipe, man, is that all this BS is going out the window when Jacob's trouble hit, man. Because the ones that's going to be on the top is going to be a so-called people of melanin, man, like dark flesh. It's not going to be no fucking Edomites on top, man. And the scepter shall not depart from Judah until, Yahweh Shah returns and gets things in order. And Yahweh Shah is from the tribe of Judah himself, Yahweh Duh. Okay? You see this BS that's still going on. That's how you know we're still under this devil's authority, man. You have brothers saying, oh, his time is up. Esau Edom time ain't up yet, man. We still got a ways to go before this devil is thrown down and we're put up on top. And only time that's going to drastically, it already drastically came to our side through the Rakakwadash, this understanding of these scriptures, and it's going to do another drastic leap when all hell breaks loose. And that final drastic leap when Yahweh Shah returns. Now let's keep reading. I've talked to a few Brazilians and Dominican women I've met. They say how some of their men can and often do be abusive to their women, and is 10 times worse compared to the safety net of America for women. So by America, they mean United States of America, because America is North America, Central America, South America. But usually when you hear the word America, you think of Babylon the Great. So she's talking, or he, she, whoever's writing this is talking about pretty much how a woman can pretty much beat herself up. Say you beat her up and then you get charged and put in jail and stuff because the judicial, not even the judicial system, the whole entire system of Babylon the Great caters to women. Another woman from Brazil expressing how many Brazilian men are unfaithful, just like any man from any country can be. We don't have to be faithful to you women, man. You're supposed to be faithful to us. All right. And by faithfulness, I'm pretty sure they're talking about sleeping around with other women. That's not a sin. That's not going off. A man has the authority, according to the Holy Scriptures, to sleep with any woman he wants, as long as she's not betrothed, which means she's engaged. Another man called dibs, so to speak, like you say, got dibs on this seat type deal. Okay, if she's not betrothed or she's not already married, which sex is marriage, then a man can sleep with any woman that doesn't fit those two categories. You understand? Just like any man from any other country can be. I've literally seen Dominican men and Colombian men firsthand from experience come up to me and others offering their women like they were pimps. Dominican women have even the scripture says you shall not make a whore out of the daughter of Zion. Let's get that. Because Jake wicked. Jake gotta go, man. It's a lot of bullshit going around. Leviticus 19:29. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom and the land become full of wickedness. Deuteronomy 23:17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite, a homosexual, all right, of the sons of Israel. So Jay going off. Let's keep going. Dominican women have been transparent, saying their boyfriends encourage them to get the bag by sleeping with foreign men and bring it back. So stop with the saint complex of these foreign men. Yeah, Jake is jacked up everywhere. The whole world is jacked up, man. There's nowhere you're gonna go where it's gonna be even. All right, I'll say this. Maybe in those first world countries in the Ishmael and Elam over there that got them first world countries, they're, I guess you say, the lesser of two evils, because they do take some things from the scriptures. So they're more in order over there, but they're still going off, man. Okay, but that's only place you can really think of that's has some type of order that's somewhat righteous, so to speak, the lesser of two evils, but it's still going off because this devil, these Edomites are ruling. And they're still ruling to this day, man. We're still under this devil's hand, foot. But we're getting this, the understanding of these scriptures. We're spiritually beating down these devils. They're already beaten down, man. There's no more beating down we can do to them. We already said what we gotta say. We're just repeating ourselves, man. Until this famine of the word and Esau come with that wrath. He's gonna come with his blessing. Let's keep going. They will exploit, abuse, mistreat, grape, and all the above to their own women, just like men will do in any country. Unfortunately, These outrage Austin is experiencing is very hypocritical in a sense. Let's keep it a buck. Black men are helping these countries' economies with tourism by going viral. That's right, man, because Jake got the salt. Started with the so-called blacks. All right, you got, Will Smith, Michael Jordan, so to speak. All right. These rappers like Young Thug and Lil Uzi Vert and all that. They're all pretty much Southern Kingdom. That's and that's their swag, all of Israel's swag, but starting with so-called black men and women, their swag, their influence is very powerful. That's why Esau mainly targeted them with the oppression. Let's keep it a buck. Black men are helping these countries' economies with tourism by going viral. Be it some go for women, the weather, food, cost of living, etc., and is enticing others to want to visit and bring money to these countries. Esau's been doing well. Let's keep reading because this person is gonna say what I was finna say. Several countries have made it easier for visas to come live in their countries right around time to pass 2 years as passport movement became viral. Coincidence much? Exactly. That's Jake bringing something, popularizing something. Now let's get even more technical for all my Brazilians and anybody reading this. White men from the US, Europe, and Canada, really everywhere there's Edomites, all right, have been coming to y'all countries years, decades, centuries, all right. 1492, okay. Brazil, DR, Colombia, F that shit out of y'all women, all right, smashing, raping them, graping them, all that, man. For y'all women on a quiet tip, I know if you trust me, then dip out and leave the lasting impression for generations all over the world that white skin is better, and have these countries discriminate against their own melanated people worldwide for generational influence, and nobody bats an eyelash. A far worse effect on a country to this day still, but this black brother getting backlash and death threats because parts of his conversations got sexual with Brazilian women as consenting adults. That's right, because it's a lot of haters out here, man. At the end of the day, a lot of things that are targeted so-called blacks is just being haters, being biased, feeding into propaganda, so on and so forth. That's all it is, man. There's no definitive proof to bring down so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Let's get some scriptures on that. And this all started because of these Edomites, man. Man, did I spell accuser right? Let's see. Yeah, I spelled it wrong. I think it's like this. Yeah. Nope. Oh, man. Let's see. All right. Cool. Revelation 12 and 20 is spelled with an A. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of Hamashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. That's right. Let's keep going. Bet LOL. Black women talking smack. Check this out. Black men have an issue with many, not all of y'all, because of that y'all is the black woman, because many of y'all mindsets internally that y'all can control. Men in these other countries will not f with you over something y'all black women can't control, your skin. LOL. That's right, because Esau's vibration has polluted this planet Earth, starting with the Israelites, especially Brazil. Coming from the mouth of Brazilian woman, they will F you like they do they will F you like they do when you visit too, and gone about their day, considering their local women only for marriage, especially lighter skin. Don't ever get it twisted trying to take what this brother Austin going through as chance to pole ride foreign men. They can be corrupt men too. This put a bad taste in my mouth about Brazil, not gonna lie. Fix y'all bigger problems like I mentioned above and stop trying to act like Austin is the world's greatest threat. The world's greatest threat is you Edomites, man. But guess what? Esau, using his cunning witchcraft, has made the so-called blacks the world's greatest threat. All right? This some good ass tea. Now here's the second. Before I get to the second problem, pretty much what he said is the curses, man. It was a list of the curses brought to you by these Edomites, and they're gonna pay, okay? And you 2/3 are gonna pay for buying into it, and you heathens are gonna pay for buying into it, man. Because you're all losers. At the end of the day, you're all losers, man. Because we got the truth. Nobody can destroy what we got, because it's through this power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. No one has proved us wrong yet, okay? And by proving us wrong is that Yahushai is his true name. Yahweh is his true name. Yahushai is the true name of who the world really calls Jesus Christ. Yahweh is the true name who the world really calls God. The Israelites are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Yahushai only died for the Israelites. The so-called Jews, starting with Yahushai, are so-called black men and women, okay? And you Edomites are the so-called white people are Edomites, having a pale, translucent skin, the lighter skin, right? Not lighter skin, okay, but that no melanin in your flesh, so-called white people, is leprosy, okay? Blonde hair, leprosy, so on and so forth. They're going to go into slavery and be exterminated. You heathens are going into slavery. This is all in the scriptures, and we haven't been proven wrong yet. Why? Because it's in the scriptures. Now for the second point. Their country, their problem. Nah, this problem is an Israelite problem. It's a worldwide problem, because Israel scattered throughout the whole entire world. You need to focus your community, such as Baltimore, Chicago, Atlanta, Detroit, etc. That's not Jake's communities. Those are Esau's communities, man, that Jake has been forced to live in through getting their cities destroyed, force integration with Esau. That forced integration led to segregation and another cold welcome to desegregation. Okay. Yeah, let's keep going. Community wealth heading to zero by 2060. Lord willing, Ottawa and Ratazab, we're not here in 2060, man. Ottawa and Ratazab, we're not here at the end of 2023, man. Like, let's get the hell out of here. Wealth being transferred back to the men you complain about because your wealth marries their daughters for white skin, but you say their dads are racist and stop you. Make sense of that. Let's reread that again so we get a better understanding. Wealth being transferred back to the men you complain about because your wealth marries their daughters for white skin, but you say their dads are racist and stop you. Make sense of that. They're trying to punch jokes, man. This a bozo, another loser, man. You know, they're just Jake is losers, man. Let's just keep it a buck. The majority of Israelites are fucking losers. All heathens are fucking losers. Okay. Brazil is a country. Ados, I don't even know what that is a niche which will literally be passed by immigration groups in a couple of generations. Talk about the richest group of African descents giving their wealth away over white skin. Literally Moors 2.0. Yeah, Moors were sellouts, man. And they weren't Africans. They were Israelites. But you see this world thinks that Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, and even some of Gad and Reuben are from Africa, man. It's bogus. Let's keep going. Then against black male biracial offspring marry white and resent black, complete opposite of black women offspring. BS, man. For the most part, the reason why you see a lot of Jake going with Shedemites and so on and so forth, because all the black women they see are garbage, man. The nigga woman is garbage, man. Hence, women create race. Women do not create race. It's through the lineage of a man. Numbers 1:18. But we've known this since 1619. Now he's talking about slavery. That's when slavery started, I believe, 1619. And the U.S. of A, Babylon the Great. This person's a bozo, man, you know. Brazilian blacks aren't even at the point of a MLK or Malcolm X. MLK and Malcolm X are sellout, bogus losers. Fix your community and wealth before it's gone. Jake doesn't have community or wealth, man. All right, only community and wealth we got is these scriptures, and that it doesn't need to be fixed. You see, this person don't got the truth, man. Look at this bozo. Y'all really thirst for something that doesn't look like y'all, but you don't call them out in American clowns. This channel is getting too much report. All right, this person's a bozo, man. Just call it what it is. Let's keep going. See if you can travel to these places with no wealth by 2060s. So he's talking about so-called black men. And other groups refuse to work with you and lend you money. Oh, so he's basically calling out so-called blacks, man. You see, Jake, starting with so-called blacks, is the main target for these people. This issue this guy is having, he is acting and behaving like a typical African-American guy in his 20s does in America, fighting. And I heard him on his lives talking about some chick's booty. And the issue with that is he's not in America. You're in a different country, different culture, different laws. And you are a visitor. You can't move and act like you're at home. That's BS. Okay, you see Jake. Look, check this out. Austin, you already conquered. Know when to take a hint. Know when to walk away. Get out of there, bro. That's true right here, man. You, again, this guy, Austin Holyman, is he was kind of in the wrong, I guess you could say, because he was televising what he was doing. So not what he was doing in general, but he was going too in depth with it just so he could show so-called black men or whatever. Really, he said all ethnicities, but so-called black men. There's better things out there. So this is a good lesson to take that fuck you Edomites, man. Let's get some scriptures on that. Salakia, man. This is Deuteronomy 28:54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. That's right, man. Jake is adverse against each other, man. These two, that's why 2/3 got to be taken out. This is verse 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter. So Jake is a train wreck, man. These curses are still upon Jake to this very day. What was it? Revelations 22:3 is when these curses will fully be taken off. Revelations 23:3. And there shall be no more curse, but the throne of the Most High and of the Lamb shall be in it, and his servants shall serve him. And they shall see his face, and his name shall be in their foreheads. All right, and that's going to the elect. So Jake is still under these curses, man. Now, in the midst of Jacob's trouble, the 1/3 will be taken out of these curses, man. Okay, the 1/3, the elect, and 144,000. So part of that 1/3. These curses will be taken up off of us, because we're not going to be under this devil's rule in Jacob's trouble, man. Because Jacob's trouble, being under the devil's rule, means you took the C-hip. Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith Yahweh of hosts, that will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. All right. But they shall serve Yahweh their God and David their king, whom I will raise up into them. And King David has to be raised up because he's not alive right now. Okay, that's going into the dead and Hamashiach rising first. But when this society collapses, the top dog won't be Esau anymore. It'll be Jacob. Let's go back through these comments, man. I'm pretty sure there's some more BS we can eat off of, man. All right, check this out. Degenerate pookie behavior, and I said what you can't do in the States anymore. You exploit foreign women for and reward them by saying how much better they look or behave. LMFAO. Hey, mate, it's a woman's whole existence, so to speak, is to help a man and look good and behave good, man. What else do you're here for? That's all you're here for, man. All right. They don't want your slow ass boy, you just because you want them. I mean, Jake Poole, man. Okay. And yes, your channel and many others like yours exploit these women for sex, point blank, period. They're not getting exploited, man. All right. They want to get it in. All right. But it's probably a nigga woman. Okay. Sounds like it. Or it's 100% an Israelite woman. Ain't no way that it isn't. Just read it. You can tell, man. When you mention about women from the States making you take them on multiple dates only for a side hug versus Brazilian women who will kiss you on a first date, make foreign women look like easy targets. That's not easy targets, man. That's just reality, okay? Here in America, it's a literal fact that 80% of women are only attracted to 20% of men. So that means 80% of men are in the dirt, man. And that's why y'all go there shaking my head. And to exploit by Pookie is the worst ever. White guys who travel overseas have money. They explore the land, seas, and the culture, while black men simply exploit the women. All right, now they're on the BS right here, man. All right. You know, this is why Jake got to be killed, man. They're submitting to these Edomites, while black men simply exploit the women because you know nothing else, nor is you trying to learn. They're not going to talk about how Esau raped, robbed, and murdered Brazil for centuries. Okay, let's keep going. And still doing it to this day, all right, on the low. Let's get some scriptures on that, man. Let's get going through the spirit right now, man. Let's go to the book of Obadiah. This is Obadiah 1:4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, that's right. Esau loves using the eagle on his whatever he takes pride in, you know. And though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. Verse 6, how are the things that Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Critical race theory. Okay, how you exploited the black woman against the black man. All right. And it's affected your own people because you're idiots, man. The feminism movement and all that BS, that was used to destroy the Jake, man. Verse 13, thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yeah, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Now let's get some more, because Jake is through. This, I think it was one of the brothers that the elders that first came into this truth. You know, Abba Bivens, Yaiquab, King Marshall, Salakia, if I'm pronouncing it right. I think it's Maisha or Salakia, man. I know I'm butchering it. But you get the point, okay? One of them said that all nigger women in America will die, man. And hey, man, it might be true, because you nigger women are fucked up, man. Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children. And Jake, 2/3 of y'all gonna be forgotten, man. The Most High, and by forgotten I mean protected, okay? You 2/3 are gonna die, man, and it's coming. I can't wait. I don't want to rot part of that elect, man. Don't go out like no fucking 2/3, man, because Jake is through. Like, I mean, we see it, man. Like Jake, and it's getting worse. It's getting worse, man. Jake is a train wreck, and they're a train wreck against their own people. You don't see Jake really going against Esau like that, man. And if they are, they don't really got the right weaponry, because the right weaponry is these scriptures. Let's see what else we can get off this, man. I'm surprised not a lot of racism on here, man. Because what I noticed, man, I see it a lot on social media. Jake, so-called blacks, specifically so-called blacks, are the main ones that get shit talked on social media, on the internet, period, man. It's always so-called blacks that get that are targeted the most. In reality of the situation, the black people in Brazil and the black people in America are one and the same people, because through transatlantic slave trade, okay, Judah, Benjamin, Levi were sent to all the Americas. It wasn't just Babylon the Great where Judah and Benjamin and Levi were sent. There is no such thing as black people from Brazil. That's true. They don't really call, outside of Babylon the Great, they don't call people black and white. They say ethnicities. They'll say, oh, I'm Ethiopian, or oh, I'm Nigerian, or I'm German, or I'm French, or whatever, okay? They don't really say, oh, I'm black, I'm white. Only people that really do that is Babylonians, man, and people that are really drunk off that Babylon juice. Here we got right here, it says, we are Latino and Catholic. We have nothing to do with black people in the United States. Go away. You got everything to do with black people in the United States, man, because you're Israelites. Those are all Israelites. And Latino, it was a Hispanic brother that broke down how they got to America and how they're the Israelites. He knew the name Yahushua, so on and so forth. But if you looked at him, you wouldn't think so, because he looked like a straight up gangster, man, like face tats, I think, and all that. Looked like a South Central gangbanger from LA. You know what I'm saying? But he was full of knowledge. Lois Will, I can find that video on him. Basically, he was saying how if you're called Latino, Latina is from the Greek captivity, which means you have lineage from a Greek male. And then Hispanic means the Spanish captivity, okay? But I'm really surprised there's not a lot of racism in here, man. It's quote unquote racism, because man, when Jake do something that's somewhat negative, so-called blacks specifically, It's nothing but racism, man. But when Esau do something, it's he was he needs to go to a mental health, second chances. That's real, man. That is 100% real. Okay? Check this out, right? Your self-hate is the reason why you're in Brazil, to exploit women who are poor but have the mixed aesthetic you crave. A whole self-hating color-struck clown. They can keep you over there. And that's true. Jake, some Jakes do hate themselves, man. Hate how they look. That's not true. Everything is shit, man, because we're not in the kingdom. We're not in the kingdom of heaven, so everything's shit. 90% of North American women have already made porn films, and now comes this fucking Negro say that women in Brazil are easy. Where did you get that fake percentage? Hey, man, the majority of these American women are through to begin with, all right? Wouldn't be surprised if it was 90%. The world doesn't like truth. Facts, all right? It's a bug out saying fine jaw. Yeah, out of there. It's some bozo stuff right here. This is very edifying, man, because you see how Jake gets thrown under the bus every time, man. Every time Jake gets thrown under the bus. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you so-called blacks are the main target, man. You got it worse than so-called Hispanics and natives out here, man. Like, I seen this one post, man. It was Jake. Jake was like 14 years old. I think I made a video on it. And he got into a car crash, killed somebody. It was he killed a Hispanic mother, and it was none but Hispanics, man, on the comment section just digging them out, man, and then digging out so-called Negroes, man, so-called blacks in general. That was literally like 80% of the comments, and it was over 10,000 comments of them doing that. And then I went to another post on this Edomite dude, had money, bro, had a nice car at a young age. His parents probably had money. He was racing, and he killed somebody, and everybody in the comment section was saying, oh, he shouldn't get that sentencing. Oh, so, that's this Edomites, man. We gotta get the fuck out of here, man. We gotta get the fuck out of here, because we're under these fucking devils, man. And I noticed with this passport, bro, stuff, the majority of these guys only be going to Central South America, man. They don't be going to Jamaica or Ghana or Nigeria or whatever. They only go to these Hispanic countries, man. Jake, I noticed that. The majority, I should say, they don't go to so-called black countries. Just a FYI on that. I've seen some Jake, though. Like, there's one Jake, I think it's called the Counselor or whatever. I think he's up in South Africa or Ghana or something like that. Check this out. I've been a passport bro for 20 plus years. I speak German, Spanish, Italian, Jamaican, Patois, whatever. Young brother. I was around your age when I got out the USA and went to Germany, Italy, and Spain. Understand that you speaking on their culture is like a foreigner coming to the U.S. and going to the hood trying to speak on it. Which is true, but I'm not going to read all this. Let's go into some scriptures, man. Because bro was a little cocky, though. I'm not going to, because he was just trying to spread some awareness, man. This is Matthew 5:5. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. No matter how puffed up not puffed up, but no matter what position you believe you're in, man, you got to stay meek. I mean, think about it. We're the Israelites. We know we're the Israelites, man. We know that we are the most dominant people on the planet Earth. We're going to become immortals. We're going to win in the end. All right. That's pretty much the epitome of arrogance, so to speak, just from that mindset. But it's a true mindset. It's not an opinion or a belief. It's a fact. But at the same time, we got to stay meek and humble, man. Because look at Yahushua. Matthew 26:53. Thinkest thou that I cannot now pray to my Father, and he shall presently give me more than 12 legions of angels? So Yahushua was on a level, man. Okay. Yahushua could have conquered the earth right then and there, but to what end? Because Jacob, the 12 tribes, we had to be redeemed, man. So we're in a low state. We're still in a low state, and we're truly not gonna be able to excel out here, man, till Jacob's trouble, man. And even then, we still gotta wait till Yahushua's return to really conquer the whole earth in its entirety, because Yahushua got to get his first. I'm gonna end that off right there. Lord's will, this is edifying. Shalom.